Being a student worker and working like in admissions, I really think like it's a whole different mindset if it was like non-students doing this kind of tour or doing or working in admissions, because we're students, we go here, we know what the school is like, we know what it has to offer, and we're not lying to you when we say we love this school, because we wouldn't be working in admissions if we didn't love it, because we want other students to be drawn to it and find it as home as we do. So like when we tell them, yeah, Anderson's a great school, we have a lot of great community here, we're not just saying that to get a paycheck, we're saying that because we want them here.
We utilize our students a lot, and in my opinion, we have the best students, and we hear that constantly. But we also know that that's what students want. You know, they want to hear the perspective of the student. So if you take that out, they're really not getting the experience that they want or probably even deserve, because students can almost see a little bit of themselves in the students. And so as they're touring, they could very easily say, that's who I want to be. That could be me, you know, moving forward.
I think the main goal of admissions is just to make people feel at home. We write thank you cards after every tour, and I always try and say, like, hey, I really hope that Anderson felt like home to you, because that is a testimony of so many students that they stepped on campus and felt like home. And so I think my goal as a tour guide is to make this feel like a place that you can call home and a place that you can see yourself living at for 4 years.
My favorite part of working at Admission is the student workers and the different student ambassadors that we have. That has been the most rewarding, to be able to see students come in as freshmen, start serving with us, and then as they're graduating, just to see their time at college and their transformation.
I think the biggest point of using a student on tour is because, especially the students that coming, of course the parents want to know kind of the faculty perspective and the professor perspective, but I think students really want to know how they're going to feel when they get here and what they're going to be thinking about, what they're going to be learning. I think it's really nice to have students, because like when I came here like 4 years ago, I was really nervous because, you know, I was leaving my home, I was leaving my family. I really wanted to hear someone say, like, you know, you're gonna have friends. These are what the students are like, you know, this is what we do on a day-to-day. Like, those are the things I was the most worried about. So that was really helpful, I think, just to have those students, and it definitely felt very comforting. And so I kind of want to be that to prospective students. I want to be able to say, college isn't just class. So that's why I think they use students.
We speak a lot about professionalism here, and civility, and kind of what that looks like. You'll get varying viewpoints, but at the same time, I think we create a culture, even within student workers, of working together to show Anderson and truly who we are. Not a biased version of Anderson or a false version of Anderson, but an institution that's definitely going to try and be who we think that God's called us to be as an institution. So my name is William Montz. I serve as an Associate Vice President, Dean of Traditional Admission. That means that I recruit students to Anderson University, really just serving students through the admission process. I started as an assistant men's basketball coach here in 2007. Coached for 5 years, so I was here from 2007 to 2012. Went on a coaching journey, was in Georgia, North Carolina, and Kentucky for about 5 years. Anderson was always a place I looked back on thinking, how can I get back to Anderson? Came back as an admission counselor, we moved back to Anderson, and the rest is history. I always tell guests and students it's the most freeing recruiting job I've ever had. You know, I don't have to worry if Johnny can shoot a basketball anymore. I get to recruit all of them equally to a place that I really believe in. I feel very blessed to be able to work at a place like this. I've got a little context now to know what other places are like, so I can see the other side sometimes when people may not, that this is really a special place.
Especially through working in admissions, like I loved Anderson my freshman year, kind of getting to know the people and realizing like everyone's so genuine. Like I think we all say on tours, like, I love Anderson, but definitely before I came I was pretty cynical. And I was like, they can't all love Anderson. But working in admissions as a college ambassador, I realized like, wow, like our boss, William Montz, like he's so genuine, and he genuinely loves Anderson, and Paige and Thor are just really passionate about it.
I quite honestly think that our student workers are our greatest asset in the Office of Admission. Yeah, we have admission counselors who are specific to different colleges and departments and things on campus, But when they get to talk to a student, you can just see the difference on their face when they're able to chat with a student who might be interested in theater instead of talking to an adult who's trying to get them to come to the school. They're able to have a very honest conversation with that student and get to see the ins and outs of the department, hear about their favorite classes, their favorite projects, those sorts of things. And I think it really does make a huge difference in the enrollment process here at Anderson.
The mindset that you should have presenting like on tour to other students is that they're nervous. Like, oh my gosh, my life's about to start. Adulthood is about to kick in and I'm very nervous and I don't know what to do. And you kind of just relate to them like, hey, I was in your shoes once. Like I was there, like I was looking at colleges. I was worried about being on my own, but I want to tell you this is a campus where you'll be on your own personally, but you'll never be alone. And that's really big in saying, because when I got here to Anderson, the first week I was here, I felt so alone. And so when I found that community, I really expressed community on tours, because that's kind of what kept me here was, you know, I'm not alone. I may be on my own, but I'm not alone in my college journey.
Ultimately, when we tour a student, our goal is yes, so that they come to Anderson University, but also we want to present Anderson in a way that allows them to make a better college decision. And we always say on tour, at the end of it, we kind of tell them, hey, go where the Lord is leading you, go where it feels like home to you, even if it's not here. And we want the student to be able to know that yes, they have a home here, and yes, they're always welcome here, but maybe it's not the best option for them, and that's okay. We want the students to succeed, we want them to thrive, and we want them to go where they will best do that and make a good college decision after our tour.
One moment that sticks out was one of our student ambassadors, a young lady from Georgia who's a kinesiology major, and she was meeting with a family. The mom shared with me at the end of the visit that this young lady took a few moments and prayed with them. And that just it made that mom's day to see that there was a young college student who was interested enough and cared enough about them to pray for that visiting student's upcoming decisions. And that just was amazing, and just love that our students overall, again, is that compassion that they have for other people.
I want to always keep the pillar at the forefront of being hospitable. You know, great hospitality is one of our 4 pillars, and I believe it's our mission team's job to really show that on the forefront. We get the first opportunity to be hospitable, so I hope that people can feel that when they're on this campus, that no matter where you come from, what your background is, we're gonna welcome you the best way we can. You know, I think that our team believes that, you know, we're potentially changing the trajectory of a student's life as they're going through this college process, and but by choosing Anderson, it might could get them on a different path than somewhere else.